So I'm here in Assam, India, and yeah, I was just sort of reminded that like a lot of the challenging choices and decisions I make, I'm often speaking to people in person about them, and I don't really necessarily think to share them with you. Currently in India, and I have a lot of wiggle room, but I have no way of getting out of India unless I were to come back the way I came, all the way into Myanmar. Because of the border restrictions, they're fighting with China and with Pakistan, and I don't have a boat to leave, so I'm trying to figure that out, really. The border with Nepal is all good. I can go into Nepal, but then from Nepal to China becomes extremely challenging because you have Tibet there, and so you need a guide when you travel in Tibet. And I looked into it for a bicycle. It's about $400 a day to travel by a bicycle through Tibet. And then when you get over to the border with China, it's Kashmir, and that's China, Pakistan, and India all claim rights to Kashmir. So it's sort of disputed territory, no-go zone. Getting into Pakistan right now is even a bit tricky. I think it's possible, but even within Pakistan, there's zones with security restrictions where they force you onto a bus. And if that's not the case in Pakistan, it usually is the case in neighboring Iran, which would be my way out of Pakistan. It's definitely the case from Pakistan into China. But then even if I were to get into China, in that zone in the northwest of China, they're sort of making it restricted security-wise because they're basically putting all the Muslims, well, a lot of the Muslims, any people resistant to Chinese rule, into these crazy big work camps. Yeah, it's crazy how much the rest of the world sort of forgets about what's going on in other places and just lets things slide. It's a bit bizarre to me, really. I appreciate the local economy, but now that we have global communication, there's really no excuse to ignore what's going on in the rest of the world, especially when we have all the tools to solve these problems and to help these people who are in trouble. It's not necessarily easy, but the fact that we don't do anything is fairly pathetic, I think. I get that the individual has other priorities, but when it comes to governments and governing bodies who have a lot of control and sway, who are making deals with the same governments that are screwing people over, basically, that seems wrong. So yeah, getting out of India could be tricky. I'm looking at sailboats, actually. That's sort of, I guess, a priority right now. Sailboats. See how that goes.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Durga Puja.
I am Anu.
We are friends.
We are here to see the puja.
We work for Silchar. We work for India. We work for Canada.
Nice, thanks, man.
We are here to celebrate Durga Puja. It is the mother of all occasions in Silchar, and we are also here to welcome our very dear friend from Canada.
Nice.
His name is Markus G.
Markus G. Thanks, guys. Let's go check it out. So this has been built specifically for the Durga Puja celebration.
इस बात की जल्दी है।
Not sure. We're going to take what's up? I'm not sure where we're going. Going upstairs. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's perfect timing.
ऐसे में सामने से अच्छा वीडियो नहीं आता।
making?
It's lassi.
Lassi.